Hello world, I'm Carp. Welcome back to Cultist Simulator Apostle Obsonate, where we are playing the Grail Apostle New Game Plus mode here and are trying to have our delight Mr. Carp go through the greatest of feasts, the vitulation. At this moment we are working at the Glover and Glover to get some money. We are studying Apollo and Marsyas. We are entering the White Door. We are promoting a believer by invoking Grail. We are adding stuff to our library. Our long enemy is preparing action and our spy doesn't know what kind of action he is doing. Season of Nothingness is coming. We have some bleak thoughts here, but we don't have anything bad, so that's fine. And there's a light in our skull. I think this just gives us erudition, so it's fine. Also, you might have noticed, if you've been following this series, that I rearranged my table here. This doesn't look like it's in much of an order right now, but it actually is, because we have like the order from which the lores can be subverted is here. Like, I always put key on the bottom or knock on the bottom because that's where it belongs, or maybe it could be always on the top as well because everything can be turned into that. But anyways, so we got Moth, we got Lantern, we got Forge, we have Edge here. We have no one who's about Edge, so that's why it's empty. We have Winter here, Heart, and the Grail here, of course. We have the patrons over here. We have all the expedition stuff over here. Dreams are in this column here. And then we have like all work related stuff up here and languages up here. Okay, let's get going. What we're trying to do at this very particular moment in time is we're trying to get as much money as we can from this job while we empty out Morlands and Oriflammes. And after we emptied out Morlands and Oriflammes, ooh, a furtive truth, nice. Yeah, after we emptied them out, we will start going to these expeditions. First we're gonna have to explore all of these lores, and then we're gonna start going to these expeditions. Right, where's the White Door? There's the White Door, and now we'll head to the Stack Door, use some of our reason. And if my notes are still correct, we don't want to go to the Painted River right now because there's only bad stuff waiting for us over there. Okay, the Orchid Transfigurations Volume 2, I'm pretty sure is Grail stuff as well. And back to Morlands we go. Where's my funds? There's my funds. Oh, what is he doing? What's he doing? Daylight's terrors. Our enemies working to expose the secrets of our followers. If they can't find an unexposed follower, this will end quietly. What are you doing? What are you doing, the Pope? Defend against exposure. I can try giving the public something else to think about. Use mystique to attempt a distraction, though that isn't always successful and may generate notoriety. Use a favor from authority to shut it down immediately. I don't know what this does. Like, I don't. What would the It's been such a long time since I actually played this that I don't really remember what happens. Too many strangers have heard this follower's name already. It gives. Okay, I think it gives a follower the skeleton songs, which also Grail. Yeah, I think this gives our follower like an aspect that's, if we use him we get an extra notoriety. Maybe it's just a mistake. I don't remember. Okay, Cat Caro is now a disciple here. She still performs in theaters sometimes. Cat Caro, the posters say, finds the path. Cat Caro knows the way. Okay, Cat, you belong down here, and this is... what was this? Level 12. 6, 8, 10, 12. Belongs over here. Right, and the Order of the Bloody Cup needs to be here, and we are gonna talk on the streets, right? Let's take Jennings' commission just to see what he'll want in the future. Okay, so we studied Apollo and Marsyas here. The skin of Marsyas gives oracles and is later smuggled to Phrygia, where the priestesses of Cybele used it for a drumhead. At the opera's climax, the pounding of the drum drives would-be violators of the priestess to suicidal madness. The opera ends with a wistful hymn from the youngest priestess on the beauty of mountain pines. That's a thunderous secret. Let's just read the skeleton songs here. which are poems of greedy delight composed by the possibly pseudonymous Arabella Dusk, the rumored heiress turned madame turned poetess. In Arabella's introduction, she explains that the book was to be illustrated, but that the Suppression Bureau would not permit it. She hints that the illustrations still exist somewhere. The book is dedicated to Sir Parzival of the Red Cup. Okay, what's happening here? Defend against exposure. I can try giving the public something else to think about. Well, no, I can't. I already tried that. Did it do anything? Let's hope that that doesn't really do anything really bad for us. Okay, Jennings requires a very substantial edge commission. Let's go talk on the streets then. Our follower is the wrong kind of famous. Exposed. This follow's secrets have been revealed to the public. Anytime they're active, the press might take an interest. Okay, yeah, I think that means that if we use him in any activity, it might create notoriety. Okay, to the stacked door, we'll take that subtle rupture there, even though they're not gonna need that for anything. But I think it's the best thing for us here at this point in time. In sleep, I ran my fingers along the ridged edges of the stag door's scars. Our company it was that shattered it, Gerby says suddenly. Before the gods who were flesh, the mantis was forbidden to mortals. We were the first, no. He begins again to weep his molten tears. I wish that we had not. I wished I had died in the world. I've forgotten what else he said, but I remember the shape of the fissure in the stag door, and for all of the day, doors will fear my touch. Right, and back to the stag door. We should get a Forbidden Epic. No, wait, Forbidden Epics are actually this level stuff. Yeah, Forgotten Chronicles we should be getting from there right now. Oh. You guy, again, trying to find more stuff. Traveling at Night Volume 1. Didn't we already have Volume 2 somewhere? Yeah, we do. It's over there. This is most likely moth stuff. It's glimmering. You're sending someone home. This guy, right? And yeah, you're just searching for stuff you're not gonna find. What's coming up next? Season of Love, which does nothing in the Apostle thing. Well, it gives a contentment every time, but we can't, because we don't have a temptation or a dedication, we can't actually get ourselves a relationship going, which is quite understandable. I mean, we're working to get someone else to be higher in the world or in the manses, so we don't have time for like relationships here. Okay, studied the Scullen songs. The 26 delightful fruits, the 7 chastisements, the 9 gardens, and the 4 regrets. Oh, let's take it out of there. And you are in Latin, so we can't reach you yet. You are also in Latin. You know what, let's learn languages at this point. Let's learn Latin. I recall a certain amount from my school days, but I need to brush up. Just what you need to refresh your knowledge of Latin. And through the stacked door should be, yeah, there was a Forgotten Chronicle here, thank you. Last night the Gerby was talkative. He spoke in his siege engine voice of the histories he'd overheard in the waking world. I listened until his stories tailed off again into weeping. Okay, so the Forgotten Chronicle there, and back to the stacked door we go. And we're gonna be dreaming about... Wait, we could get to... I need to remember that we can get the spider's door with this anthic elaboration. So I need to remember to get at that at some point. Okay, what do we get from Morland's this time? The Victory of Crowns. And back to Morland's. Okay, and our spy got us a report here. So he's trying to attack through dreams. For starlight attacks, we need winter. So Eau Claire, go there, try to delay him. And back to work we go. Oh, Morland's is closing. I'm moving on, Miss Morland informs you. My stock is largely exhausted, and the Suppression Bureau are taking an interest. So it's goodbye. This lab book is nonsense, but I took some interesting papers in the back as a thank you for your custom. So we get an Igwine right, and we get the deep history something blah 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 book. Right, so Morland. So we could make Morland into our headquarters at some point if we want to, which we actually might want to do at some point, because if I remember correctly, combining Forbidden Epics, HQ with a library, HQ with a sanctuary. No, we need to see the next level stuff and what that's required to combine. But I'm thinking that I seem to remember that with an HQ with a library, you can solve 2 of the things from that thing. Like there's like this you can solve with the HQ with a library, and there's the third one that comes. I'm pretty sure that can also be solved with the HQ with a library. So we might actually want to make Morland's our headquarters in the end. Oh no, our Savor's Blood is almost out. Ooh, well. Now let's head to Oriflamme, buy it out. Oh, that season is coming. Good. Good, good, good. So we can get our Savor's Blood to be good blood again. Sanskrit reader. Aren't we just reading that? Yeah. Okay, so we don't need to buy that. Who did we find? Dr. Ibn Al-Adam. Let's take Ibn's commission here as well. The stack door we go. Yeah, we'll take that Forgotten Chronicle, sure. And then we'll head back to the stack door. Ibn wants us to do a Secret Histories commission. That we could actually do. I mean, we could do this Grail one as well, but we're not going to be doing those while we still have this job, because we really just want to work here. Yeah, let's use the Red Secret, and let's try to remember to dream about the Anthic elaboration with the stack door next time to get to the next door. I mean, we're never going to go through that door, but it's still nice to have. Then again, we need to dream about the blood next time. So we'll do that, and we'll head back to Oriflamme, where they're selling a collection of poetry this time, which we will most definitely buy. The moon occluded. We divined that the long intended to come us through our dreams. We delayed that a little. Nice. Okay, good. And we learn Sanskrit, so let's learn Greek next. Of course I have a little Greek already, but I'll need more than a little. Kühne Angeas ausführliche Grammatik der griechischen Sprache, a Greek grammar, an essential weapon for a ferocious struggle with a challenging language. It must be doubly challenging to first, you know, learn the... I was supposed to do something with this, wasn't I? Or did I just... Oh, get the collection of poetry, good. Maybe I just got them and didn't have the time to... Oh, we're not selling anything, right? Let's not put anything over there, let's just go there and buy stuff. But first we'll head to the Painted River, get the Forbidden Epic, very nice. And back, there we go. No, we don't. We dream about the forlorn blood with the delightful blood. Get that stuff happening. What you guys selling there now? True and complete accounting of the Asclepian mystery. Sure, we'll buy that. Oh, sickness. Like immediately. Even though we were getting this thing to happen. Nope, immediately just some sickness. Oh, Season of Fascination coming immediately. That's bad. Well, we could try to get some dread though. Dreams. Now, stack door with the Anthic elaboration. Approaching the spider's door. In dreams, the silken sands are the place that whispers. Grey grain shift, a grey weeds quiver. Thirst is the only guide through the sands. My thirst, or the thirst of the spider's door. Okay, the true and complete accounting of the Asclepian mysteries of the roots of the house, which is most likely hard stuff, but I will just put it there, and then I'll at some point, alright, we're not selling anything there, some point figure out what these are. I'll just look at my notes, it's not really figuring out much at this point anymore. Okay, collection of poetry, thank you, we'll take it. Okay, learned Greek. Now, Let's read the Orchid Transfigurations Volume 1. It's in Latin, so we need to translate it first. Okay, who did we find? A hanger-on. Well, that's fine. Let's go find some more hanger-ons while we work. There goes the Mystique, there's an Affliction. Where did it go? There. To dream that away. Oh, there goes the Fascination. Another Bitter. Bloody hell. The sands drain away like water, and beneath is the stone from which gods arose so long ago. Ahead is the door, glistening like rain, its black surface beaded with blood, each drop heavy curved like a swollen tick. So we found our way to the spider's door! Yay! Now let's drain this affliction away. Some funds, because we're starting to have quite a lot of them, like 51. That doesn't look like 51, what is that? 48. Alright, because we have 2 stuck in here, that's why it says 51. Okay, got that collection of poetry, and back to Oriflamme's. Also translated this book here, which is the Orchid Transfigurations Volume 1, A Feast. The first volume of a compilation of quasi-Rosicrucian allegories, supposedly by Robert Flood. This is a later English translation. The illustrations are certainly striking. They flush the skin and glow beneath the eyelids after the book is closed. Okay, they're selling us Kuna and Gath now. We do not want to buy that. What you doing there? An unveiled angle. If we had fascination, you'd take that, but we don't have any fascination. But that thing is coming up next. Right, so we're gonna have to use the blood for something again. Right, you did nothing. That is very fine. I haven't won the auction. Oh, right. They were selling Kuna and Gath. I was worried there for a little while. Right, so we can gotta use the blood to take, let's say, Tristan into cult. Watch yourself. Oh, Stum. Got to make absolutely sure that this auction we will win. And we'll head to the stag door once more. We must devour to be devoured. We cannot be undevoured, as we cannot be unborn. So that's a red secret for us, and a glimmering, which we don't need for anything. Let's translate the Orchid Transfigurations Volume 2. Okay, and we got Stum, which we will then... we will study that next. It's the best thing ever. And back to Oriflamme's, where they're selling the Bellis Murorum. Let's buy it. And who did we find this time? Violet. Okay, that guy's coming back. Let's take Tristan in the cult so that we can use the blood. And we'll send the entry consultant back over here. And the weird detective man didn't find anything. Of course, we haven't done anything bad in a really long while, actually. Right, the stack door. I don't think there's actually anything we need here at any of these points, so we'll just take the Furious Airs. And we'll head back to the stack door. So that's just what you do. Okay, got the Bellis Murorum. And back to Oriflamme's. And they're selling a collection of essays. We'll buy it for sure. They can still sell another collection of essays, I think. And then we might have emptied them out already. Okay, Tristan is now a believer. That's fine, we don't need to make him into a disciple just yet. Let's just talk on the streets, get more people in. Translate the book, let's read it. This is, of course, the second volume of the quasi-Rosicrucian allegories. Oh, we were supposed to study Stum. We'll do that next. No, we'll do it right now, actually. And Stum is a can of nitrate film labeled Stum, silent or perhaps mute. The director's name, Journey Crosset, is shakily appended. And we'll buy the projector. The film rattles through the projector, glows silently on the wall. It is the story of a foolish student of forbidden sciences who recruits a dancer to entice the dead back into the world through a flaw in its skin. It is a fiction, but here on the title card is laid out the operation of the declining sun. Okay, we got the collection of essays, and back to Oriflammes. Now they're selling a Latin grammar that we do not need. Did you guys manage to do something good there? He's doing an intrigue plan. Okay, so we're gonna have to send a heart or a Grail person out there. Do we need Rhaenyra for anything? No, I don't think we do, for a little while at least, so we'll send Rhaenyra out there. And through the stack door we go. We will take that Forgotten Chronicle and then we'll go back to the stack door. I think we only need one more Forgotten Chronicle and then we don't need those at all. Get back to our Oriflammes. We also watch Stum. Oh, which gives Dread. Nice, because that means that this thing's gonna go away. No, there's... oh, there's bleak thoughts here as well. Bloody hell. The rite is depicted in chilling detail. Here is the flaw in the world, an influence shimmering in luminous pain. Here is the dancer establishing irresistible rhythm. Here the scholar recites the operation. And now the misty dead whirls to the floor to consume him. The film closes on the dancer's watchful eyes. Had she intended it all from the start? Okay, so we get the operation of the declining sun and the sunset rite. Now, operation of the declining sun is level 6, yes. The Dread, please go here. Please, Dread, go there. Not here. There. Okay? Go there. Yeah, with my luck, that's not gonna happen. Oh, it did happen! Nice! Oh, and we're at the something deep mystery something point at Oriflammes already, which means that it might be time to start doing some expeditions. Now, the question is, of course, what expeditions should we do? And more thoroughly, why should we do those expeditions? Which is something I really need to figure out. Okay, let's... You know what? We don't need to figure that out yet. Let's just... we'll explore all of this we have here, and then we'll figure out where we're gonna start going. Flood or pseudo-flood suggests alignments between the alchemical tradition of Rubedo and the older Grail traditions through the Pine Knight's quest for the Cinema Cup. Oh, sickness upon us. Again, probably just regular sickness this time. It should be because we have the Saber's blood going in through our veins right now. Okay, so let's start with this occult scraps here. We'll start exploring all of them, and yeah, once all of that is done, we'll figure out where we actually want to go. Because seriously, just getting money right now is a good thing. Ooh, a Forbidden Epic, very nice. That means, yeah, that means good things. Stack door right now. And back to the stack door. Who came back? Everyone, because we are too many. If we send more than 2, all will fail. Right, but we apparently managed to delay his intrigue anyways. But now this entry consultant is losing time. Ah, this is annoying. Who do we find? Victor. Victor, yeah, you we want to take the cult pretty soon, I think, but we're still gonna just try to find more people right now. Okay, we'll send the entry consultant here. Just so that we keep him locked. We do not want his timer running out. Seek the cup in the birthing bed, the Pine Knight is told. The midwife at the birthing bed, to his amazement, is the Mountain Mother. In a fit of awe, he both yells and flays himself. The vigilant storm bursts joyfully from the remains. Right. What's next? Well... do we have Traveling at Night Volume 1 somewhere? There it is. So let's read Traveling at Night then. The annotated dream journals of Christopher Illapoli, sometimes called the only readable occultist, are literate, entertaining, and bewildering. The wood lies outside the walls of the manses. As any student of histories knows, the manses has no walls. Okay, there's our affliction. Okay, Congregation of Saint Felix of Schüren. Next occult scrap, please. Stack door will go. We'll head to the Ascent of Knives, get another Fury of Air, and then we'll head back to the stack door. No, we're supposed to dream that affliction away. Ah, oh, bloody hell. Let's put it down here. I seem to never realize that I have stuff waiting for here when it's like above this thing. Let's put it below it. Okay, we read this volume of Traveling at Night. Ilapoli describes how he came to make repeated visits to a dream wood by what he calls silver dreams. Trying to think your way to a wood, he explains, is like thinking your way to being in love. But I did find a secret that helped. Yeah, Barber's warning, yes, that would allow us to go to the woods. Let's read Traveling at Night Volume 2 next. And this is the exact same text here, I think, that was in the first one. There is an extensive discussion of the similarities between Ilapoli's own dreams and those of the Emperor Elagabalus, who Ilapoli regards as a dupe or avatar of the sun in rags. The white is west of the world, Ilapoli remarks, and winter does not wait forever. Okay, we found Cater and Hero Limited. Next occult scrap. And to the stack door we go. Forgotten Chronicle. Do we take the Forgotten Chronicle? Yeah, we'll take the Forgotten Chronicle. But that was pretty much the last Forgotten Chronicle we actually need. Because then we will have found all the places here. So yeah, next up we're just gonna go to the Painted River. Or, I mean, I'm still gonna keep notes of what we find, because we're still probably gonna get quite a lot of Forgotten Epics as well, because we'll use them then to combine stuff to get the higher level stuff. I forgot this affliction once again. Bloody hell. Okay, who did we find this time? Laidlaw. Whoa, that means that we have all the Forge people here already. More people, please. Oh, what you doing now? Woven from whispers. Our enemies working to magnify the rumors that already exist into something more dire. Oh, so you're gonna turn that into... What is that? Notoriety! Yes. Elagabalus found his way to the White Door at last, thankfully. Speech can pass the White Door, and honestly, Elagabalus never had anything very interesting to say. I tried to follow in his footsteps, but I never learned enough of the White. I suppose I'm thankful for that too, but here's what I do know. Okay, next up we'll read on the White. Solomon Hasher writes perhaps allegorically of winter and its long, slow, doomed romance with the sun. The epigraph is sunset at noon. On a closer investigation, the work seems to be a theory of aesthetics, or perhaps a set of warnings about the dangers of painting. And hey, then I think we're gonna end this episode here and continue from this point in the next one. I'm Carp, this has been Cultist Simulator Apostle Obsonate. Goodbye world, thanks for watching, see you next time!